What's up YouTube, Mr. Lamacy here, and today we're going to finally ask the question, who is actually the strongest character in the game? Now we're going to be taking a look at three very powerful characters for this. We could have got a sorceress as well potentially, but we didn't. We have the Javazon, we have the Hammerdin, and we have the Mosaic Assassin. Now I suppose I also do have my own characters if I wanted to bring those along as well. We're asking and answering the question. There you go. We're doing both of those things. So, how are we doing this? Well, we are using the in-game hero editor mod that Warren has built. There is a ton of stuff you can do with this. You'll see you have gems here that you can buy. You have all the runes. You can get the organs and the parts and do all the stuff. This is a great mod for quickly building out and testing your characters. I have a video where I go through a lot of the different pieces that you can do to reroll things really quick and all of that. But additionally, I will link down below the GitHub to this mod right here. Great way to easily get your characters set up and do some fun testing. Or just mess around. There's a lot of fun you can just have in the mod. But we have now had added to it in this specifically one. Yeah, the recipes are on GitHub, so just follow there. In this, I have the ability to change the player count beyond players 8. So currently we are at player 16. I have some characters here that are pretty well built. They're not perfect characters. I'm not running some 220, 2 open socket pally helm or anything like that. But I've got about all the things that you really are going to want on the character in a pretty solid way, right? It'll get us max res, it'll get us high vitality and no strength, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. All of these things. And yes, I can only set this player count outside of 8 for the terror zone. So I have the Chaos Sanctuary set as my terror zone, and we're going to be testing in the Chaos Sanctuary with these characters. So the first one is, this is players 16, and I'm actually going to write this out. Player count 16, because I think this will be a good thing for people to see so they can, like, you know, jump around and see the different stuff. So we'll start out with player 16, and we can see how good the Hammerdin is. Classic Hammerdin in players 16. And we can see, and maybe it'll be even better for me to just do like bosses and chaos clear. So kill bosses, then kind of go for, you know, clearing chaos groups a little bit. Just give the general breakdown of it all. What's the max player count I can set? Hundreds. So we're gonna test it up higher. You can see this is actually kind of like a minor struggle for this character. Not like a struggle, but like it takes a little bit, you know? Kind of makes me wish we had a, you know, a fourth difficulty where we kind of got to this level. But Hammerdin, of course, fantastic clearing speed right here. We're able to take out all the bosses, take out their minions really well. You know, the classic Hammerdin. Yeah, this is a 15k hammer build, so again, pretty high high gear for him, but again, not perfect stuff. And we can always see how long El Diablo takes. Pretty good speed for player 16.
Love the Hammerdin.
What up? No chance. 93 months. So that is our Hammerdin on player 16. Let's go ahead and move to the Javazon. We can take a look here. Of course, we got Infinity, Fortitude, Andes, 640s. So this one's a little bit better geared. Griffins, Maras, a J mod, Enigma, 320s, SOJ, and 1-7 fast run walk. Okay, this character is definitely geared, though resistance is a little bit lower from it. Let's fill up on some juvies. Yeah, we could also, if we want, we've got Titans and Spirit and stuff if we want to lower it down a tiny bit. Let's go a little more reasonable since the Hammerden was a little more reasonable. You didn't give me River of Flame? Warren. Typical Warren, huh? Okay, Lightning Fury. Charge Strike. Uh-huh. Okay. J-Mod is Jeweler's Monarch of Deflection. And then you shove a bunch of facets in there and it's just massive damage. Okay, let's find ourselves the river. There we go. Sorry. We'll be there soon enough. Okay. Yeah, Spirit gives us a little more sustainability anyways. So again, player 16. And melting pretty well, but you can definitely still feel the, like, the players count. It's not an instant one shot always. Sometimes it takes like 2. Okay, no lightning thunder in here. I don't know, NX. I don't have Canopy Frozen? Oh my gosh. Can you believe this guy? That's fine. So she does need a few more potions. She's had a little bit more trouble that way, but it's very similar. I feel safer and better on Hammerden though at player 16. For sure. Immune to physical and lightning, that's okay. I feel safer and a little better on hammers, but this still does fine. Wait, cows I can do at the higher player count? And of course, she's still going to murder Diablo. Still going to murder Diablo. So that's actually amazing how fast she kills Diablo on player 16. Okay. And lastly, for player 16, we have the Mosaic Assassin. Let me set up my stuff. D. Uh-huh. All right. No. Okay, and then kick. I don't use it. I just set it in case I want to. Ooh, look at that status indicator right there at the bottom. That's gorgeous. Wow, I love that. Shout out to Bonesy, right? I'll have a link in the bottom with in the GitHub. There's a link for this really cool indicator right here. I'm not gonna lie, you could tell me this is players 1 and I'd believe you. Wow! Mosaic Assassin so far crushing it. Oh yeah, I have to show her gear, don't I? Wild. Oh, I didn't even battle orders. We have dual mosaic, so 3 Phoenix Strike, 3 Claws of Thunder, Griffins, 217 Ami, 10 All Res, Enigma, Trangs. Okay, just trash my rings up, why not? 2 Bahamut Rings of the Apprentice, Alders, and then just some All Res, Life, Fast Run Walk, and some Planes. Man. Minus 85 light resist? I'm not gonna lie, this indicator down here is actually amazing. Use Fade? Why? Burst of Speed is how you play. Wow. Yeah, but I like the run walk speed. Wow, still minus 25 light res. Terrible. How are you keeping the charges? Mosaic. Ooh, 2 o'clock, new Terror Zone. It is Chaos Sanctuary again. Here on out. Yeah, I'm not even using Chaos Lightning. I'm on Phoenix Strike 3. Or Chain Lightning, I mean. One, 2. Let's build up all these charges really fast. Oh my god! Also, yeah, Phoenix 1 to meteor him would be crazy. Alright, players 16. Mosaic Assassin. Ridiculous. Let's try players 32. Or should we go higher? What do you think, chat? Players 32 or just jump to 64 right away? 64? YOLO? Alright. 500. Players 64. Monsters hit harder as well? Yup. So at players 64, monsters have 330% more damage. 328% more damage, I think. They have 3,000 something more HP. is a lot. You subbed and you got video? Perfect. Thank you, Ray. Alright, let's go back. Player 64. Can you get a playthrough on Player 64? I'm not sure we'd make it past the Blood Moor. Alright, Player 64, let's see it. Ooh! Ooh! Okay. Wow. That's spicy. Again, 15k hammers. I feel like this is how all chat's characters feel in play. So, still possible. You know, this is probably something for that 4th difficulty, if they make a 4th difficulty ever. It should be like this hard, you know? Like, these characters can still clean it up pretty well, but there's some danger
for 20
here.
months was worth it. How many months to go for OnlyFans?
Just one more than you have always. Ow! Hammerden's holding his own, but it is hard. Look at my mercenary, though. Oh, he died. Never mind. He did well for a bit there, though. I was impressed. I jinxed him. That's my fault. But yeah, I can't just straight telestomp this anymore. I actually have to, kind of kite him out and... Ooh! Casual 3k hit. This is player 64. Only possible with my mod. I say my mod, it's Warren's mod, but the mod I'm using. Wow, we are burning through the rejuves. So they would have to give us like full rejuves as all potion drops. Yeah, I'm like, where's my max DR? Necessary for this. Ow! Or maybe they just sell them, like we have here. Oh, it's probably just that. What's her face, Akara? Whew.
Yes.
That's nasty. Missiles and elemental abilities don't scale with players' count, but melee hits do. 3 melee hits is death. Yeah, but I've got my block, you know, so that helps. Bro, my mercenary just cannot work here. Oh! I mean, Hammerden players 16, yes. Probably players 32. Workable. Players 64. He's a struggle bus. He's a struggle bus. I feel like it's possible, but not great. I'm not getting any hit lock whatsoever, and that's really rough. Or stun lock, yeah, on the monsters there. That's really making it tough. You did it in 9 minutes? That seems about right. I feel like, you know, if I go slower and take it, it'd be like a 7, 8 minute affair. Yeah, no monsters and hit recovery though is brutal. Alright. Let's see our Javazon. Players 64. Ooh. Probably need a storm shield build. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Infinity is just gonna get wrecked. Never gonna be able to have it. I think she's even worse. I think we should have done players 32, you guys. My goodness. Yeah, mercenaries just cannot survive on players 64. Now, we are killing stuff still, so, you know, that's good. But we aren't going to have a mercenary, and for a Javazon, that is a huge loss. So, again, possible? Yes, but this should be that 4th difficulty level, and it's hard, you know? Yeah, you can't really speed on the area. You definitely have to just take it slow. Full clear a lot of stuff, or at least majority clear. This is tough. This is super tough here. She might rock the cow level? I don't think so. I don't think she will, I'm not gonna lie. This is what the cows felt like even with the mercenary, yeah. I mean, cows are really tanky. Woo! I'd use Infinity if I could. Wow. So, Javazon as well, players 64. Yeah. Let's give Mosaic Assassin a try. Now this is not a chaos zone, so let's take it into Chaos Sanctuary. Oh my god, are you kidding me? She's so good. Player 64. Stone's good. Magic resistant over there. Wow. The OP-ness of this character is insane. Oh no, mercenary! That's my fault. I wasn't attacking in the direction I needed to be. Alright, so they can still pop me for 3k, you know, if they get a hit off. Come on, mercenary. You and me, buddy. Now, the ability to lock everything up is really like, you don't even need the mercenary, honestly. Oh yeah, I'm not using Fade, that's right. Just running around with a casual negative 85 light resist and stuff, whatever. But yeah, the thing is, I'm running a little bit more like aggressive damage build right here. But if we stack up Phoenix Strike one more time, it's gonna be slower, but safer. Because now we're gonna get the Chaos Bolt. Let's put some fire charges on here. And get rid of our Cobra. And add some fire damage in. Play around with the different options here. You have a gear swap for the safer build? Okay. Hey, Thunder Charm. You maxed it, yeah. Wow. Yeah, the mod shows the buffs. It's really nice. Alright. Now, players 64 Diablo. We're only gonna use one skill. Phoenix Strike 1. Easy. Wow. Well, you know what they say. Double it. Players 128. I doubt our other two characters have any chance whatsoever. I don't even think we take the Hammered and then the Javazon in here. We're gonna get massacred. Maybe I'll try the Hammered in. Javazon I think was the worst at the high level, especially because you lose Infinity. Hammered in I think did all right, but losing F8 or hit recovery locking, just putting them into hit recovery really hurt. You lose Infinity because your mercenary dies. Let's see. Here we go. This is a nice small group of mobs. Woo! Ow! Oh my god. Let me put my max plug on. It's 128. Stormcasters are just low HP. Whoo! Paladin doing work. This is essentially what a speedrun Hammerden feels like. Honestly, it's about the same. Nah, speedrun Hammerden's better. This is what a speedrun of like a bad character feels like. Where you're like, okay, I know I can kill everything, but I'm just gonna have to kite around for a long time and kill them one at a time. Wow, it's wild seeing a Hammerden struggle. Hammerden sitting on the struggle bus. This is how Players 8 should feel to characters. I agree. The fact that characters are even able to breeze through players 16, players 32. Too much. I mean, we're taking down the mobs. How long will this Chaos Sanctuary fully take if we're to go kill everything? Whatever. Probably got yourself a 15-20 minute Chaos Sanctuary here. Whew. This is wild. But, again, workable. As we've seen right here. Still possible. So Hammerden makes it up to 128. I kind of now want to try the Jabazon. Do I have a Sunder here? I'm just going to steal one of my own.
Good day.
Yeah, still wild a Hammerden can even do any bit of players 128.
Good day.
She should have a Sunder. She did not. Not that I saw. It's fine. I have two perfect ones in my stash, so. Alright. Let's get ourselves in here. Oh! Jeez. Now, she always does well on grouping of stuff. Again, that infinity is not going to last us long. Oh no, you only gave me Eth Titans. I can't repair them. It's okay. I'll put the 640s on and the J-Mod on. We're going big.
Do you have any melee classes to try? I feel like Frenzy Barb would be pretty good, since Crushing Blow just scales with monster HP. Same with Death Sentry, etc.
It ain't gonna. Death Sentry doesn't scale up with players. So with her 640s and her J-Mod, she actually is starting to like do a little bit more. Yeah, Crushing Blow also doesn't scale, so neither of those. Look at this. Wow. I didn't think it would actually be as big of a difference, but J-Mod and 640s is the difference maker right there. I would say she's actually even stronger than our Hammerden. Obviously, it's, you know, in a more group setting, which is her strength, but I'm just impressed. I didn't think we were going to get anywhere with it. So, the fact that she can really blow them up. Players 128, Jabazon works, but literally need the god ridiculous gear. Not even like mildly ridiculous. You need the top tier beyond. 4 light facets in the J-Mod and 640s on the hand. Well, it's players 128. I mean, yes, you're not wrong, but I didn't think it would be as big of a difference maker as it is. But it really is a big shift. And you don't get to use infinity, so you gotta just kind of make do, you know? Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. She can make it. She can make it work. All right. Let's bring our Mosaic Assassin in here. I wonder at this player count if I need to just go into Chaos Orb off the start and it's just going to be longer. Oh, I found a perfect Fire Sunder. Interesting. If I'm going to use Phoenix 3, use the gear swaps. Goblin Toes. Oh, that's nice. Let's get some 25s in here. And I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if we're gonna use that or not. Let's go, let's try it out first. Okay, remember, this is just regular players count out here. Alright, let's take it. Players 128. Wow! What? This is like... Wow. The Venom Lords are definitely tanky. I mean, we're feeling it, but holy cow. Okay, I don't think we need to go into anything else there. I don't think we need to go into Chaos Bolt. I mean, I always had calls that this was too good, but I didn't know if it was players 128 levels of good. I mean, she'll actually be able to take out the chaos still, like, in a reasonable time. They don't die to some random pop. I mean, the thing is, they still hit really hard, you know, so. Let's clear some room for ourselves. It's absurd! It's actually just absurd. Oh, our battle orders wore off.
Not here.
Excuse me. Oh my god. Alright, yeah, this is gonna be hard actually to get our body back. Okay, we gotta do some dragging. Go, 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 go! Don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit! Whew. No! Oh, I forgot to battle orders. I don't have Cloak of Shadows. Yeah, that one hurts. Oh, I really just want to finish out the chaos here. Dang it. I need to leave those potions. Okay. There we go. Excuse me. Hello. Charges. Okay, there we go. This is what I get for not doing Chaos Ice Bolts? I know. I should have. Oh my god. One shot. That's death, yeah. Alright. We're gonna have to swap over. Assassin needs a buff. Okay. Let me build up some charges. Okay. Now? We'll go here. We'll grab Mercenary. And we'll build up Tiger Strike as well. So now we play the safer game. Maybe I should use a Cold Sunder instead of a Light Sunder. Why not both? We could do both. Mercenary, no! Oh my goodness! Oh, they're champions. I couldn't tell. That's alright. She does pretty well. Let's bump it up. Players 256. There is a part of the Chaos Sanctuary where if it's rough, you know, she's going to have a little trouble. But those champions were blending in. I don't even think the Chaos is her, like, zone, you know? You have Decrepify and all that stuff. The Chaos is, like, a bad zone for her.
Good day. Hello.
Honestly, I need martial arts lifers. How do I re-roll these, Warren? Into lifers. I forget the recipe. I'm glad you asked. Here's the okay. Okay. Magic Grand Charm plus numerical rune of the skill tree tab order. Thus, 1. So L rune. Okay. Give me lifers. Uh-huh. Okay. Just try and get a little something, something. Okay. Perfect. She needed a little life help. And again, I don't think we need the light sunder anymore. Let's bring the cold sunder in. Are you sure this will work? Players 256. Let's see. Wow. Look at the DPS. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is faster than a lot of characters clear players 1. Wow. She's melting them. I'm not even using the highest damage build. I'm using Chaos Bolt so that I'm a little safer. The monsters have 124 times their normal health. 123 times their normal health. Which is a lot of health. Wow. 128, you're right. Sorry, bad math, ignore me. Mercenaries hanging in there alive because we freeze everything. Nomer, thank you. Thanatos, thank you. Whittles and Damdle, thank you. End of September. I mean, she's clearing it. She's not just like, you know, casually doing a little bit. She is clearing the Chaos Sanctuary. Wow. I mean, we're cursed. If we get touched, we're popped. It's the end of us. Wow. Oh, and conviction over there. Don't like that. Wow. Should we finish out 256 or should we just go to 512? We know how this story ends. $512. I don't think we can even like. Let's see a Hammerton in there. Mobs also hit harder. Yes.
Hello.
I think I will get one shot.
Hello again.
I'm only on 256 still. I just want to see what it looks like here. Let's not fight Midor. Let's try and just fight like some regular dudes. Okay. I mean... damage is being done. We've definitely completely left the OP-ness of Mosaic. Buff Hammerton, please. But we can do some damage. And eventually, probably, maybe kill a monster or two. Wow. That's rough. All right. Players 512. I mean, I just refuse to believe players 5. I refuse to believe this will actually do anything. I refuse it. It's too high. Let's see it. Chaos Sanctuary players 512. It's rough, but it works. Wow. As long as you freeze, yeah. Oh! But then there's that as well. It's kill or be killed. Alright, can we go higher, Warren? Let's try it. 2048. You didn't test it, there is a limit? Okay. Well, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it.
Not in town.
Fist of Fire is a good level as well. Yeah, at this point it's like, do I bother with...
They'll never see me coming.
Cobra Strike? Get Fist of Fire for the added damage, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I would lose Leech, but what do you think? Let's do it. Let's build the charges on it. See what the damage looks like. All right, Chaos Sanctuary. Players 2048. I think this is harder for sure. Because these are Stormcasters. Stormcasters are really low HP, so... Maybe 1024 is max? Potentially. Wait, what's happening there? Why are some mobs just dying? What is going on? Is there an HP rollover? There is. They have one life. It's not every single one though. It's only some of them because of the ranges that they roll. That's actually super funny. So it's like right, oh my god, right at that point. So players 2000 and players 4096 is when it gets really easy because then everything rolls over, right? Some of the Venom Lords, the Doom Knights, the bosses. Let's see. Alright. Let's see if everything has 1 HP now. No, so it looks like Stormcasters. They still do ridiculous damage. Okay, so somewhere between 1024 and 2048, something like that. It maxes. Yeah, I know that says 4096, but it seems like it maxes somewhere in that range. Regardless, wow. Players 1024 minimum, the Mosaic Assassin was able to accomplish and move through. That's silly. That's absolutely silly. Her permafreeze, but also just her damage is just ridiculous. I mean, I moved into permafreeze at the end, but it still didn't matter. The damage was still just wildly strong. They have over 100 times their normal health, or at a player's 1024, they have 512 times their normal health. Post it for me, Warren. So Javazon and Hammerden, both possible around 128, but even that was hard. 64 was hard, but at least they were kind of moving, doing some stuff a little bit. Mosaic Assassin was cleaning up players 1024 faster than the Hammerden was cleaning up players 64, though. That's the like scale that we have. We have like a majority of characters, then we have some characters that, you know, like your Blizz Source, your Lightning Source, your Hammerden Jap, whatever, you kind of move there. Well, probably even not even. Then you move to like your Hammerden, Javazon, whatever, and then Mosaic Assassin is just insane. So I've got my own ideas of how we adjust Mosaic Assassin. Let's read Warren's and compare notes and discuss, because she needs to be brought down a notch. This will be a long post with some ideas that seem bonkers, but bear with it and don't get too off put. I love how bonkers is in the first sentence of his dissertation, as there will be a lot of props changes. Nothing. A chunk of this post to explain the Mosaic issue, and the other chunk is providing detail. How strong is it? Very. I tested up to players 512. I went higher. It was crazy. Yeah. So this is Hammerden, Mosaic Assassin through Chaos 128, 256, 512. The thing is, this is Warren's times. I would be able to blow past that. Like, I could post up easily, I think, a 7-minute time at 256. Easily. And even like Hammerden, I think on the 128, we could post like an 8-9 minute time. I'm not saying I think I'm all that. I'm just saying, like, these weren't, I don't think these take so long that you have to stop trying. That seemed like it was a breeze blowing through it. Yeah. Mosaic can clear all it, blah, blah, blah. So this is all just what we went through. Let's begin with the Mosaic problem, which let's see, because there are problems. Before Mosaic, use charge up skills to build charges where each successful attack grants 1 charge up to 3. Then the whole stack expired after 15 seconds, but every time a charge is built, the expiration time refreshed. Use finishing moves to spend charges where each successful attack spends 1 charge. These all release effects of all charges below the charge being spent. And there are also dual-wielded skills or 1 execution swings twice, generating up to 2 charges per attack. Right? When you spend a charge, the finishing skill will always hit, and each charge gives a 25 or 50% attack rate to the finishing skill. Since they always hit, but yeah, it doesn't matter. When using Mosaic, now spending a charge also refreshes the expiration timer, and using a finishing move has a chance to not spend a charge. With 2 Mosaics, it's 100%. Thus, you're always permanent on whatever charges that you set it at. Here's the issue. The martial arts skills are overtuned on a basic premise. Without Mosaic, they suck because the time spent generating vastly outweighs the power skills these skills contribute. It's true. With Mosaics near permanent uptime and spellcasting speeds faster than any caster, these overtuned skills are now massively overpowered. We can't just nerf the skills. If we do this, the martial arts build before Mosaic will be even worse, which just reinforces the need for Mosaic, limiting itemization even more and crippling the build without Mosaic. This is very important. This is a really important thing to note. The skills themselves should not be attacked, because the issue is Mosaic, not the skills. The skills aren't that good. It's just when they're at their max and then you can keep them at their max, then they're godly. Yeah, so don't nerf martial arts, nerf mosaic. Limiting the amount of charge... Here's ideas. Limiting the amount of charge up skills you can have running at the same time. This is probably the worst idea. Mosaic Sin is already overpowered with the two core charge up skills, Claws of Thunder and Phoenix Strike. If you limit the charge stacks to 2, nothing changes and you only reduce the build's flexibility. If you limit the charge stacks to 1, what's the point of playing a martial arts assassin? You're locked to one skill with several limiting factors the other caster builds don't have. This is anti-fun and lazy. I actually kind of agree. Because my initial thought was, okay, let's limit it to 3 skills. But then I was like, well, that's still way too good. You just run Phoenix Strike, Claws of Thunder, and then either Cobra Strike or, you know, the freezing one, whichever one it is. I forget the name of it. Or, you know, whatever. Okay, so let's limit it to 2. But now, again, it's still really strong and overpowered. It's just limited flexibility. And it's still just not as fun overall. I do think there could potentially be something with the limits, but you would need other pieces in place for it. Number 2, do away with the non-consuming mechanic. Instead, let charge up skills execute the charge that it just built without spending it. Let charge up skills execute the charge it just built, but not spend it. So you just use the skill. You don't build a charge, but you just use it. I don't like this one. Number 3, nerf the percent for not consuming charges on Mosaic. No. This is almost as bad as option 1. Having your charges be randomly spent makes the build way too frustrating to play. Yeah, this would be terrible. These are the most popular ones. I'm sure there's others. I don't think that's it. Instead, let's fix what makes Mosaic Sin overpowered. First, her damage output. Strong scaling damage and massive AoE with absurd cast intervals. It's true. Second, her permanent safety. 2 skills give AoE freeze for long duration. This is your level 3 of the Fist of... No, what is the cold one called? Blades of Ice. Level 3 Blades of Ice and your Chaos Ice Bolts. Both. Third, her survivability. Cobra Strike and Tiger Strike. And you basically life tap everything. Right. The changes I would make. Number 1, make the Mosaic mechanic the default for all charge ups. All finishing skills now do not consume the charge, only execute it. This is 100% my first change that I make as well. Because what's dumb is that you just have to use 2 Mosaic claws. Nothing, like 1 Mosaic claw doesn't work. Other claws doesn't work. This mechanic is so strong that you only will use 2 Mosaics and nothing else. And that sucks. I think you make this mechanic default for all charge ups so you can use other weapons. Now, remove the other Mosaic mechanic that refreshes the expiration timer on executing charges entirely. So you still want them to have to build charges somewhere. When a charge stack expires, only remove 1 charge from the stack rather than removing the entire stack. After 15 seconds of having 3 charges, you'll go down to 2 charges. 15 seconds later, so you'll go down to 1 charge. Building a charge will still refresh the expiration timer. I can agree with that. It's annoying to lose all of them immediately. I think it should go up one at a time, down one at a time. For both charge up and finishing skills, make the charge mechanic always happen, but the weapon component work as usual. Take Amazon's Charge Strike, for example. The bolts will always happen even if the weapon attack misses. Do the same for charge up. If the assassin swings, she builds the charge. If she misses, she won't deal damage with her weapon, but she still builds a charge. If she's using a finishing move, execute charges even if the finishing skill misses. However, let Dragon Tail and maybe Dragonflight keep the current mechanic where executing a charge makes the finishing skill always hit. This change will only apply to Dragon Tail and Dragon Claw and maybe Dragonflight. I don't hate this. Because it's annoying trying to build charges, not sure when you're getting them actually, and then you accidentally overbuild where you wanted. This is where you might question my sanity. Allow the assassin to put up to 40 hard points into her charge up skills? Get out of here. Number 6. Cut the base damage and synergy scaling in half for all elemental charge up skills. Except maybe Fist of Fire. Fist of Fire is strong. Cut the range in half for Chaos Lightning. This I can agree with. The range of Chaos Lightning is like this much of your screen. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, I can even go show that. And same with Bolt, too.
They'll never see me coming.
Look at this. Look at how big the range is. Reduce the amount of lightning bolts generated by 25 to 50%. Sure. Make Fist Fire, Blades of Ice, and Clouds of Thunder only execute the charge of the charge being spent. Removing Mechanic 4 listed near the top of this post. Maybe leave Fist of Fire alone. Wait, what? So you're only shooting... I mean, I like the idea of being able to build up the multi-charge, though. You're saying only allow them to shoot one of them off? Remove Chaos Ice Bolt's ability to freeze. Probably true. It should probably just be chill, not freezing. And then reduce the length that chills for. I think that's true. Significantly reduce the length Blades of Ice 3 freezes for? Uh-huh. Oh, you're saying only make Claws of Thunder 3 proc Claws of Thunder 3. Yeah, that's actually a good idea as well. So let me get these charges off and then I can show that to everybody. Thank you, One Boo. So if I build one charge... Crap, I have 2 mosaics on there. Whatever. If I build 2 charges, I get both of those. But if I build 3 charges, I get all 3. Right? I get lightning damage, nova damage, and charge bolt damage. So, if I build... let me build Fist of Fire. If I build these 3 like this, now I get all of the charges of all of those. And then when I build Phoenix Strike 2 as well, right? You can see where the issue comes in. I'm doing literally lightning damage, nova damage, charge bolt damage, cold damage, more cold damage in a radius, freezing damage, fire damage in a radius, and then an average fire damage from the third, and then I'm doing the Phoenix Strike chain lightning charge as well. That's if I use this setup. Plus, of course, on top of the Tiger Strike damage that I'm getting there. If I run Cobra Strike, then I'm not running this, but then I'm getting the Life and Mana Steel while doing those other ones. So you're doing 10 different skills basically at a time. I agree. If we knock it down to whatever level the charge is at, that's the level of charge it uses, I think that'll be a huge, help. That'll bring so much of it down right there. Make Dragon Talon only spend a charge from 1 charge stack per kick instead of spend a charge from every charge stack per kick. Because that is also a good point. I am doing 5 kicks. So again, let's build up this. When I kick, you can see I do all of those charges. Each kick does it. Nerf Cobra Strike by at least 75%. This thing is stacked. That's true. You just get crazy, ridiculous mana and lifesteal. And remove the attack rating bonus that charges give. Only take into consideration the charge up skill's attack rating bonus when using the charge up skill. And only take into consideration the finishing skill's attack rating bonus when using the finishing skill. I understand a lot of them changes. Some of them are crazy. Some of them are. I think the core element of martial arts assassin should revolve around her unique ability to multicast skills in a single animation. She can build up charges from different charge skills and execute them all in one finishing skill. Being able to multicast skills can be an overpowered ability, as we currently can see. Thus, we need to mechanically incentivize the playstyle rather than making it super simple. But we can't make it too mechanically intensive or it falls back to where it used to be, which was not fun to play. It's impossible to balance martial arts assassin with the mosaic mechanic on the item. It shouldn't even be on the item, just make it default. Agreed. Now, all martial assassins have the access to the mechanic. The skills can be rebalanced around this new concept. New mosaics can simply have the mechanic removed from the item, and mosaic will now be a cheap elemental claw. Perhaps change mosaic to roll the elemental damage percent increase numbers from 10-15 to always being 15. Old mosaics can keep the mechanic modifier and simply be redundant. That's a good idea. How do we open up the options so every mosaic assassin doesn't just build up all 6 charge skills and use Dragon Talon and explode the screen? We begin by making the skills be able to be leveled up to 40. This then cut the effectiveness of all skills in half. This keeps the same balance it currently has, but it requires double the investment. What does this accomplish? It lets you max up to 2 charge-up skills or go half into 4 charge-up skills. You can either have 2 charge-up skills at roughly their current power or 4 charge-up skills at half their current power. That's crazy. Then there's focus on specific ones. Yeah, this needs to be nerfed down a ton. I like the idea of only 1 stack per kick on Dragon Talon. And then, ooh, that's interesting. The next charge released by each Dragon Talon kick is the least recently executed or charged charge. So now it'll kick through it. Yeah, that's kind of fun. With 1 charge stack, every kick will release the charge stack's effect. With 2 charge stacks, it'll alternate, so you end up having 2.5 activations of all your charge stacks per Dragon Talon. However, if you're running something like 4 charge stacks, you're only releasing each charge stack 1 time. I think that's actually a really good way to potentially do it. Claws of Thunder. Only release Nova, only release. Yeah, just having it be nerfed down to that. Reduce the AoE. I mean, I think this is all really good. The only thing that I think should be different really from this is have Mosaic have its new ability be charges never expire. And I think this alternative, nerf Mosaic back to 25%, make it charge. No, it's pointless. It's just dumb. Make each charge get 2% chance to non-consume. Make the elemental charge ups. Only release charge that's being consumed, not all the charges under it, or just nerf skills, maybe both. Nerf Cobra Strike heavily. Reduce the AoE. Remove Chaos Ice Bolt's ability to freeze. Another alternative. Oh my god, there's so much. Get rid of the non-consume mechanic entirely. Give Mosaic X% chance to additionally generate a charge of another charge up skill and generate a charge, or give charge of skills X% chance to generate blah 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 blah. Or chance to have this charge be additionally generated and charge from another skills generated. Give charge skills X% chance to execute the charge generated. Make it scale with harder soft points. Better way to visualize. Rebound skills. Consider moving. Ah, there we go. Consider moving expiration entirely and letting these charges be permanent in a game. This, I think, should be on Mosaic, though. If you want it to expire, you just like weapon swap, or you, I guess you take off your Mosaic for the time being, or weapon swap, whatever it is. But yeah, I think to simplify it down, you That's true. You can just kick and then it's out. 1, remove Mosaic's current ability and make it standard across everything. All claws. 2, a bunch of the skills, if we're now having that be a default there, now we can rebalance skill damage and AoE. 3, the permafreeze is too much. Change it to a chill. And 4, have Mosaic have something like this right here. When you have Mosaic on, your charges never expire. This will be really nice for some people because it can be really annoying to go to town, go back out, trying to run and hit a monster, and then your charges expire. So if you make Mosaic, now you don't have to deal with that. Still get the elemental piece. It becomes its own kind of claw that you may want one of here and there. And then lastly, I think, or 2 things. Part of the rebalancing the skills, make it so you only deal with the charge that you've charged up to. And potentially the last piece, have each kick only kick off 1 charge. That may nerf it too much. We'd have to check it out. But it all depends how you balance the damage and everything there. And I think if all that gets done, I think just there is the best starting point for testing. I think that's the piece. If we do those changes, boom, we can go, we can test it all out, see how it plays, see how it feels, and then if it needs more nerfs, then you can start nerfing it even harder. If it got nerfed too much, then you can shift some of the pieces away, right? You can rebalance around it. But, yeah. In its current state, it's clearing players 1,024 and perma-freezing everything. I don't think a small damage or even a big damage, you know, oh, you nerfed their damage by 75%. Cool, they still clear everything. Like, we'll see. Anyways, that is who is the strongest character in Diablo 2 and how do we fix her? Don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube. Peace.